On my way now to the wonderful children's home Sinakekele here in the heart of Zululand, right outside Durban, not far away. But we are here in the valleys and the hills of the Zulus, visiting the Sinakekele children's home. It's a baby house, and we are doing it for Logos Global Vision, one of our projects which we are having here in Zululand. And it's an amazing invitation I have here this morning, and I want to see what I'm expecting. And I believe you're all blessed to see what we are going to show you this morning. Be blessed. Thank you. Good morning, Denise. I believe you are the Mother Teresa here of the valley.
I'm the Mother Teresa of the valley.
I am so blessed to meet you here this morning. It's a wonderful welcome here, hospitality, that I could come and visit you this morning.
And we are very grateful that you've come to visit us. As Mother Teresa says, we can't all do great things, but we can all do small things with great love.
I love that because I was reading it. It's the same logo which the school has got in Mount Edgecombe, the Nati school. They've got the same, they're using the same word for Mother Teresa. It is one of the most amazing words she ever said.
It is.
But as I came in here, I saw that you are running a beautiful children's home, a little baby house.
Yes.
And tell us about it, please, a bit.
Right. I manage the baby house at this stage. I've come 7 years ago, but I've been involved in the Sinakekele ministry for 19 years. It was started in Durban North by a friend of mine for abandoned and HIV children. When abandoned children were not something you found every day. And as we've gone on over the years, so we've got more and more children that have come into the need to be nourished, to be nurtured. They come with a lot of trauma. And I find emotionally these poor children need so much from the time they're this big or whether they're as big as our little boy of 6. They need love. They need you to spend time with them. They need lots of attention, and they just soak up the knowledge and soak up the love, because that is what little children need.
Yes.
They need you to love them.
Yes, Jesus did say that. Love the little children.
Come unto me.
Come unto me.
That's
and
right.
Love the little children come too. And for us, I work with various different companies. I work with Logos Global Vision, which is a German mission organization, but I also work in tourism. I work with some other organizations as well. And we are doing ministry work, but we also do ministry tourism. This is basically linking it together. And I have got teams which I bring through. You also mentioned about volunteers.
Yes.
There will be also a scope. I've got Americans who would love to come maybe as a volunteer. Tell us about your volunteer program, please.
Right, we have a volunteer cottage here, half of which belongs to the preschoolers, and the other half of which we would put a volunteer into, and we have had volunteers into them. You can come for a period of no less, we recommend, than 2 months.
Good.
Because less than that, you don't get to know the children, you don't get to know the ministry, and you certainly don't get to know the need within the community that there is. So it is totally, what should one say, that they go back with a total picture of where we live here in a rural area. We are not in a city.
Yes, you're not in the city.
No.
I saw that as I was driving here. But volunteers, of course, they need to speak English.
They need to speak English. We don't ask for money.
Yeah.
We provide breakfast, lunch and dinner. Dinner is held with the family. Breakfast is held here on their own. And in return, we ask them to work in our nursery for our 12-hour shift together with our staff. And they work 5 days on and 2 days off.
Wonderful. And if you look at this beautiful valley which you've got here, it's one of the most amazing valleys we see here. We see the dam, we see the sugarcane plantations in the back. KwaZulu-Natal is one of the most beautiful and majestic provinces we have got here in this country. What would you say?
Oh, I would agree there with you totally. And yes, we wake up to this view every day. What could be better? Children and the view.
And to bring up children in this kind of environment where you have peace, tranquility, prosperity, everything. Jesus says that as we must look after the little children, and He is our shalom. And shalom means prosperity, harmony, peace, well-being. We have got this. You are blessed.
We are super blessed. We're not just blessed. We moved out here 12 years ago from Durban North, and slowly things have evolved from there. And as you see us now is as we are. So that is other than our ministries that I'm going to show you now, where we do our Bible study and our recreation center. This is what it's all about. And it was started by a lady called Ruth Krobler, who a very strong Christian lady, who wrote a song about children being left on the side of the road, and who would love these children and who would bring them home. And in the middle of the night one night, God said to her, you must do a ministry and you must adopt a child. And she was a divorced lady, and she went to her mother, who was living in the flat, and she said to her mother, I've just had this vision from God. I have to adopt children. And her mother said, if you have to adopt children, you've got to adopt children, and you've got to start a baby home, exactly what God told you to do. And this is how Sinakekele, which came into being 19 years ago, with Simon, who actually turns 19 in October.
Amen. And in closing, what does Sinakekele mean?
Very roughly, it means take good care of us.
Amen.
And that we try to do in every which way, with the help, I have to say, of partners. The government is meant to give us money towards a child, and unfortunately we know that that doesn't happen, so we do rely on individuals and corporates for funding to keep our baby home as it is and to feed these little tummies.
Thank you very much, Denise. It was beautiful to talk to you this morning, and I believe that we will standing with you in prayer, and I believe also many people, they will see this little video and they will be touched, and we believe that.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank
God
you
bless
very
you.
much, and the same to you.
Thank you.
Good morning, it's Denise Bolland, and I run a nursery and not a children's home, it's a place of safety for children that are abandoned or have HIV or have other problems in their lives. And most of our children here are abandoned. We have had nearly 90 children that have gone through the home in our 19 years. The little guy on my lap here, he has got a problem in that he's got cerebral palsy, so he needs special attention. We have 6 babies in this nursery area here, which we have recently redone through a fundraiser we had to make it more beautiful for the children. And then we have 3 preschool children that you'll see where they live shortly on the property. We have a 7.5-acre property, of which 3.5 acre is fenced. And we use it not only as a transition home for the babies, but also as a ministry to the community. We do Bible studies on a Tuesday. I will take Ralph up and he can video where that's held. And on a Saturday, every second Saturday we have recreation for all the children in the community, as we live right opposite a rural area, and on average we have 120 children per Saturday. This little guy in our cot here, he came to us at 9 days old, and he was abandoned in Greenwood Park, close to Durban. The police found him. He spent a night or two at another baby house. They had no place for him, and he's been with us ever since. He has just turned 1 last month, and we are hoping that he will soon be adopted. They are selecting a family for him at the moment. He's a very special, quiet little boy who doesn't make any little noises, but very, very precious, as they all are.
Sweet.
And now we're in our playroom area, which we redid about 3 years ago, and this is literally where everything happens. from the eating to the playing to television for the little ones that they enjoy. And the babies behind me are just some of the babies that have been adopted here at Sinakekele. I have been at Sinakekele here for 7 years now as permanent staff, and in my 7 years we've had 38 babies adopted, besides the children that we've got, the 8 that we've got at the moment. This is our youngest little baby at Sinakekele at the moment. She has just turned 6 months, and we have the most amazing news is she's being reunified with her mother in the next month, which is always a first prize for any children to go back to their family. Okay, this is our play area. They're playing in the sand pit today. The little one that you can see there is Maya. She's nearly 2, and she was abandoned too, left in hospital. And now we're in the preschool wing called Little Wings, as this little room belongs to our little children of 6, a little girl of 5 and another little girl of 5. They all go to school. They are absolutely blessed. Spare goes to Christopher Robin, which is a preschool where my daughter teaches. And these 2 little ones go where we had a South African volunteer many years ago. His wife has a school, and they go pro bono to that school as they wait their time for adoption.
Yeah, Denise, thank you very much for having us here today. It was a wonderful experience to be here at the children's home and start the day with a smile. I love this very much because the Bible also says rejoice. And again I say rejoice, Philippians 8. Therefore start the day with a smile. It's so encouraging, it's so uplifting. And it was such a blessing to be here with you this morning. And thank you very much. But I see something else here. It says very small, but Mother Teresa. What do you think about that Mother Teresa? Why do you have Mother Teresa in the small little thing as a memory there?
There is a memory there because Mother Teresa tells us that we can't all do great things, but we can do small things with great love. And that has always been my motto, and I believe very much in those few words that Mother Teresa has spoken about. And it certainly radiates in my nursery, Mother Teresa.
Wonderful, and I can see that, and we bless you, and thank you very much again, and we will believe that the Lord will send a lot of people and across your nursery, and that also He will bless this nursery with all His richest blessings.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And His prayers.
And His prayers.
Please cover us all in prayer.
He will do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ralph. Thank you for visiting us.
And goodbye. Thank you
And
very
goodbye.
much. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.